Hi friends, Grace here. So, in our last presentation, we spoke about how there has been a number of UFO sightings by the public, which in turn has led the Pentagon to launch its own investigation into these strange phenomena and sights, as according to them, there is no explanation for them. Nevertheless, we showed how these strange sightings can only be attributed to a satanic power working from beneath. As we are told, fearful sights of a supernatural character will soon be revealed in the heavens in token of the power of miracle-working demons. The spirit of devils will go forth to the kings of the earth and to the whole world to fasten them in deception and urge them to unite with Satan in his last struggle against the government of heaven. By these agencies, rulers and subjects will be alike deceived. Persons will arise pretending to be Christ himself and claiming the title and worship which alone belong to the world's Redeemer. They will perform wonderful miracles of healing and will profess to have revelations from heaven contradicting the testimony of the scriptures. Now, this is a power-packed statement. So note how we are told that there are going to be strange sights that are going to be orchestrated by the demons who are working in order to prepare the world and the kings for the last great battle. And note how these strange sights are designed to prepare an already deceived world to meet the false Messiah, the one who will come to impersonate Christ. Now, what I also find very startling is that on August the 3rd, this is just over a month ago, Israel Today published an article stating Israeli rabbi says he is already holding meetings with Messiah. Now, note what the article goes on to say. A recent interview on Israeli radio again featured prominent rabbis explain that the Messiah is just about to reveal himself. Rabbi Yaakov Zischholtz on Sunday told religious broadcaster Radio 2000 that Rabbi Chaim Kandinsky recently told him that he is already in direct contact with the Messiah. To understand why religious Jews are taking this seriously, it's important to know that Rabbi Chaim Kandinsky is considered one of the 2 or 3 top rabbis of the ultra-Orthodox Jewish community in Israel. And Rabbi Zischholtz says that Kandinsky and others of the mystical, concealed rabbis have now tasked him with informing the public of the Messiah's imminent arrival. Rabbi Zischholtz began his explosive 3-hour interview with a warning. The process of redemption is about to start happening very quickly and at a fast pace. It is important that people remain calm and steady to act properly in the right time. There is a potential Messiah in every generation, and there are righteous men who know precisely who it is. This is, of course, true in this generation. Getting the word out now that the Messiah is closer than ever is a matter of life and death. Haven't you heard of Gog and Magog? This is what is going to happen very soon. Right now, the situation is explosive more than you can possibly imagine. Everyone needs to know whether they are on the inside or if they are going to be left out. He went on to reiterate a number of signs of which prominent rabbis have taken note, and that they firmly believe it to be evidence of the coming Messiah. Rabbi Dov Kook, as everyone knows, is a very righteous man. He is one of the greatest men of our generation, and 10 years ago, when Israel was suffering from a horrible drought, someone asked Rabbi Kook when the Sea of Galilee will again be full, recounted Rabbi Zischholtz. Rabbi Kook responded that when the Messiah arrives, the Sea of Galilee will be full. In a few weeks, the Sea of Galilee will be full for the first time since Rabbi Kook made this statement. So friends, I pray you see where this is all heading to. We are in such serious times. Now, true Christians who diligently study the Bible know that this is the false Messiah. For the Lord Christ warns us in Matthew 24, beginning at verse 23. Therefore, if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chamber, believe it not. For as lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall be the coming of the Son of Man. So friends, there's going to be no secret meetings in this chamber here or in this desert. When Christ comes, it's going to be worldwide. Everyone's going to know about it. Everyone's going to see it. Every eye will see him, we are told. So this is Satan preparing to work with final delusions. And we better recognize this. However, sadly, the professed Christian world, they don't read their Bibles. They are so deceived, and they still believe that the Jews are God's people, even though they rejected him and killed him. On his last visit to the temple, Christ told them, Therefore your house is left unto you desolate. And following the stoning of Stephen, no longer were the Jews to be God's chosen people to herald the gospel. It was now going to go to the Gentiles, to anyone who accepts Christ. Yet sadly, even though the Jews rejected Christ, many Christians are still looking to Jerusalem and waiting for the third temple to be built, failing to recognize that the temple days are now over, and the temple that Christ wants to dwell in is our bodies. We are the temple of God. And the land of promise is not literal Jerusalem, that barren, desolate land, but it's the world to come. It's the new Jerusalem that comes down from heaven. That's what the patriarchs looked for. That's what Abraham was looking for. This is clearly highlighted to us in Hebrews 11. And the covenant was in Christ. All the promises are in him. So how in the world can the Lord, the creator of heaven, reveal himself to the nation who verily rejected him, that hate him, and haven't even repented from their evil doings? Friends, the Jewish nation as a whole is under strong delusions, and the one who is speaking to this rabbi is none other than Satan himself. And we need to recognize this. As friends, I cannot emphasize enough that we are in the last seconds of this earth's history. And we are now in the time where Satan is getting ready to work with such marvelous signs and wonders. And no matter how unpopular this teaching is, you are going to be hated for preaching this message. The world still needs to be warned.